Into the octagon first. He is a Spanish Jiu-Jitsu champion, a Spanish grappling champion. He is an expert in ballet, judo, and grappling. He's 21 years old, weighing in at 85 kilograms. From Valencia, Spain, please welcome Dersu Lerma.
Dersu Lerma from Valencia, Spain. He was a Spanish Jiu-Jitsu champion.
And his opponent, he is the 1999 free-fighting champion. He's an expert in Jiu-Jitsu, judo, and kickboxing. He's 28 years old, weighing in at 90 kilograms, and has a no-holds-barred record of 10-0. He comes to us from Dagestan. Please welcome Karimula Barkalaev.
Karimula Barkalaev from Dagestani. Now, he is the heaviest performer in the tournament. He did come in at 90 kilograms. There was a little bit of an issue about the weight during the weigh-in because this was originally scheduled to be an 85 kilogram tournament, and 85 kilograms and below. But somehow they made an exception.
It's interesting too, Dersu Lerma, this is going to be his first professional no-holds-barred fight. As I said earlier on, he was a Spanish Jiu-Jitsu champion, Spanish grappling champion, European Gracie Jiu-Jitsu champion, second place in European grappling.
Big John McCarthy giving Barkalaev his instructions and going to the center ring.
Here we go,
and
here we
there's
go.
Lerma right there from Spain.
Are you
Both
ready?
men have blue
Let's
pucks
go.
on. And here we go. Lerma being the man with a shaved head. Barkalaev moving around like a kickboxer. He did train a lot in kickboxing, going for the low kick.
Barkalaev, the more experienced of the two in this particular match, as Lerma. This is his first no-holds-barred match.
I think,
a very powerful leg kick.
You know,
there.
Lerma has got to get busy and go for a shoot. He can't stand on the outside like this. He's going to get knocked out.
Oh!
Beautiful back
a
kick! Spinning
beautiful
back kick!
spinning.
Now that hurt.
He should go in and finish him. He's just standing off.
I think he's going to make a statement here.
Look at Barkalaev. Look at the focus. I mean, that's a man on a mission right there. That was a beautiful spinning. You don't often see that in a UFC match.
Barkalaev is much more experienced than Lerma.
Oh,
and Barkalaev
there you go.
sprawling beautifully. Lerma appears to be in over his head right now. Barkalaev going for a neck crank now. Lerma on the bottom with a loose guard.
Steve, the only thing I'm not sure of is why Barkalaev didn't move in and finish that fight on that spinning back kick. He stood back and let Lerma stand up. I'm not sure what the strategy was there.
Maybe he knows something we don't know.
Well, he certainly seems very much in control at this stage, but as you know, the tide can turn at any moment in a match like this.
Now, Richard, a spinning back kick like that, and it landed flush. You know what that feels like.
Yeah.
I mean, having trained with Benny the Jet,
Oh, yeah.
and having trained with Pete Sugarfoot Cunningham, one of our judges, and I know too, that kick can end a fight.
Well, this is why it should have, and that's why I'm not sure why Barkalaev didn't move in and finish the fight. But maybe he wants experience of going a little longer in the match.
Up until this moment, that may be the most underused technique in mixed martial arts.
You notice here, Lerma has got both arms pinned at Barkalaev. Makes it very hard for Barkalaev to get any sort of base in order to escape that guard position. And this is what he's got to do. At least in that position, he's not able to punch. Barkalaev is pretty much neutralized.
The Barkalaev
There
stands
he is,
straight
he's
up.
out now.
That was nice, and he's sprawling back. He can't throw the knee here until he stands
knee
up
from
like that.
Barkalaev. Oh.
Nice hip throw by Barkalaev.
Very nice hip throw.
You know, it's nice to have that weight advantage.
I think Lerma's got some skills underneath, though. He doesn't do a bad job at trapping the arms of Barkalaev, and he's got those legs nice and high. I think Barkalev's going to get it standing up again, but
he does have some jiu-jitsu skills.
Yeah, he does. It's just his stand-up is lacking. You know, I think because of Lerma having mainly
Barkalaev just stepping
background.
back, going for the stand-up. I think Barkalev's going to try and knock him out standing. He was going to go for a low kick right here.
Lerma doesn't appear to have any actual punching or kicking skills, and that's again a problem right here. Oh, he nearly ran into a shin kick to the front of the head that time.
You know, for that moment he kicked, Lerma was almost on all fours after he sprawled and missed, and that is a no-no. If the opponent is facing down and all fours, beautiful hip throw by Barkalaev.
Again, you don't often see classical throws like that in a match of this nature. Barkalaev, very nice hip throw. But once again, you see, this is when Lerma is at his strength. Even in the undefeated position, he grabs the head, he holds him close.
Lerma appears to be the strongest one we've seen in the Spanish team tonight, for sure, at least in his defensive grappling.
Yeah, and certainly in this defensive position right now. You notice he's just holding Barkalaev close so he can't get any distance to offload any punches. Doing a good job with that.
Looks like he almost went for a sweep, but Barkalaev defended.
Well, Barkalev's keeping his hips low. You know, if he raised his hips, then Lerma would be able to get the hooks in and maybe go for a sweep and a reversal. You notice here the right foot of Lerma going underneath.
Now notice how Barkalaev is using the fence with his foot to neutralize.
Just to keep
the leg straight.
Keep a base.
Right.
But that's good straight. That's why Lerma's got the skills underneath. You can see that if they were to move away a little bit or he let it go, but with that hook he had a good chance of reversing that position.
Well, you know, it's interesting. At the beginning of this fight, it looks like it was going to be a blowout. It looked like Barkalaev was going to walk right through Lerma, but Lerma has hung tough and has stayed in the fight.
Yep. As we know, depending on where your weakness is, and as I said, it seems that Lerma does have better skills on the ground. At least what I'm seeing. I mean, sure, he's underneath, but he's controlling the fight in that position.
But
Once
he has...
again, holding the head close, you see, and Barkalaev can't get any distance. He can't throw any punches of any real power.
But, you know, Lerma has to get busy offensively to get this fight out of the way because Barkalaev has been all over him offensively himself. I think Barkalaev needs to pass the guard, get into the side mount, and go for strikes. I think Barkalaev may be a striker more than a submission
Absolutely,
guy.
there's no question. There's no question that's his strength. He's got the throws. The problem is the follow-up once they are on the ground is not quite there to match his stand-up fighting and his probable judo ability. You notice how Lerma is keeping Barkalev's legs spread. That stops Barkalaev getting any good sort of base. Keeps him spread.
Oh, the natives are restless tonight, folks.
I think you're going to see Big John McCarthy stand him up if the action doesn't pick up soon. There we go. You got to watch. I'd be amazed if Lerma doesn't eventually go for an armbar here. He's in a good position for it.
I think that Barkalaev might be able to muscle his way out of Lerma's armbar. We're coming to you live, folks.
There you go, Lerma.
It's going for
that arm, but Barkalaev pulled the arm free.
There. Well, at least Lerma is not just being static. He's trying for things. He went to the side.
Lerma locking those arms. You notice that, Steve, locking Barkalev's arms. Again, it prevents him taking any strikes to the head. This is the sort of thing I would have expected Newton to do earlier on in his match.
But he went for the side now. Barkalaev standing back up.
Interesting, Barkalaev letting him stand. Well, as you said, this is where Barkalev's strength is. He wants him up there.
Okay,
this
watch
is
for
where
the high
Lerma's
kick here.
weak.
Watch for the high kick. Lerma's keeping those hands up nice and high. Doesn't want to drop the hands right now, but he doesn't want to leave the midsection open either because of that back kick.
If I was Barkalaev, I'd be kicking those legs.
And he shoots in, and Barkalaev sprawls back down to the ground. Barkalaev almost had a position for a leg lock, but he chose to get side mount. Now, this is a bad position for Lerma on the bottom. Side mount, and look, Lerma is in a bad position now. He can eat knees from this position.
Barkalaev trying to load those knees on Lerma's head. Got a little bit blocked.
On that right knee, it could be a bad situation because he could throw the knee here to the top of the head. Lerma's got to get out of that position. He's in a horrible position for a knee strike, and he almost gets guard. Barkalaev almost gets the mount. He's almost got the mount. Lerma really fighting well, Richard. Oh, he spins out into the mount. Nope, going to stand back up.
See, Barkalaev had a position to go for an armbar at that stage. This is why his skills are definitely a little lacking on the ground.
Okay, John McCarthy having Lerma stand back up. Lerma fought defensively well. Barkalaev had some tremendous opportunities for strikes in that upper position, but chose not to.
think Barkalov should go. Oh, spinning back kick.
And
nearly.
he cleanly missed that.
Hurt.
He missed
Even
that.
though it gleamed on, I think that hurt Lerma in the rib.
There's the sprawl again. Barkalov moving toward the back. He wants to spin out, get the back.
Oh, knees
Now
in the
that's
top
illegal.
of the head.
That is. Oh, actually, it's not illegal.
No.
You
He can do
cannot
that.
kick
Mhm.
in that position, but you can knee the opponent.
As long as you don't go for the throat or the spine, you're okay. I think Lerma's tired now, Steve. I think that you're going to see a bit of a
I
change
think that
now. in the
Lerma
fight.
has given Barkalov a lot harder fight than Barkalov expected.
I'm just surprised at Barkalov not finishing more. I mean, he's had an opportunity a couple of times to go in a lot harder, and he's allowed Lerma to stand up. I just think he should be putting more pressure on him.
1 minute.
Okay, we're real close to the end of the fight here, and it's been Barkalov all over, and
This is where Lerma's got to be easy in a lot of danger here, because you notice that in this cross-guard position, Barkalov is just waiting for those big knee shots.
well, Barkalov is not in a prime position right now, flattened out like that to throw knees.
But
He's gotta
he'll
get the
come
hips
up, you
higher.
watch, he'll come up and he'll start to pop those knees in.
Lerma's in a bad position here. If Barkalov got his hips up high, he could throw that right knee and really end this fight. With a couple shots, that man would probably be tapping out.
Yep. At the moment, Barkalov is just trying to control Lerma. He's not really putting any hurts on him.
I think he knows the end of the round is near.
Thanks, Steve.
Okay, and there it is, the end of the round. Seemed to me that Barkalov controlled almost every aspect of that fight. He was on the offense pretty much the whole time.
There's no question. Obviously, it's got to be Barkalov's fight. I think, again, for Lerma, it is his first no-holds-barred fight, and I think one of the first things he should be doing is working on his stand-up. I mean, that was his weakness, and as I said before, you can't have a weakness or it will get exploited. I think his ground skills are there. It's probably just going to get down to experience, but I would say Barkalov's fight, no question.
Well, interestingly, it seemed that Barkalov was content to stay on the ground where he could have stood back up and stayed standing up because he had a good sprawl. He could have just kept going to stand up, but he kept engaging on the ground, giving Lerma a chance to stay in the fight.
Again, Barkalov, why he didn't just pressure him, especially after that initial spinning back kick, is beyond me.
And here we go for the ring for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of action, we have the winner, Karimula Barkalaev.
Well, now, that's no surprise to me, Richard. Barkalov advances into the tournament, and he will meet Dave Mene. Now, Mene against Barkalov, that is going to be an interesting fight because Mene can stand up a little bit, too.
I think Mene's going to be too strong for Barkalov. At least that's my impression at this stage. And if it goes to the ground, I think you're going to have Mene easily.
And now, the last of our